Welcome to literary and jury charge practice. Let's start out with this short paragraph, get our fingers warmed up, and this is called a psychologist's answer. Ready? I do not know that it would have been important to look at the previous record of her depression. It may or it may not have been, although the record shows that it was nothing new for her to spiral down as she did. Her signs of depression do not prove anything. All they do is show that it was a somewhat repetitive phenomenon in her life. The crux of the matter, though, is the total setting in which it occurred. Here's a word to practice. Phenomenon. Phenomenon. All right, let's get back to our jury charge with the subject cancer. Ready? Here we go. Now let us follow the path traveled by the air you breathe and see what signs should put you on your guard for possible cancer of the respiratory tract. If you find any of these signs in yourself, have a physician examine you at the earliest possible moment. As suggested above, lip cancer attacks men more often than women. Strangely enough, it also affects the lower lip more often than the upper one. Physicians suspect from many actual cases that too much heat or even overexposure to the sun's rays creates conditions that favor the development of lip cancer. Smokers who have a history of holding on to the hot, short end of a cigar, or who favor the old-fashioned clay pipe, seem prone to develop this kind of malignant tumor. So do men who make their living out of doors as farmers, for example, and sailors. A cancer of the lip is easy to see. The first sign may be a crack in the skin that does not heal, or a wart-like lump that does not rapidly become smaller and disappear. From either of these beginnings, a bleeding sore may develop with or without pain. Finally, the flesh at the base of the sore may feel firm and swollen. Let's try this literary. It's called A Machinist Testifies. Ready? Let me answer you this way. The machine is being used for the precision alignment of production jigs and drill fixtures, and it has proven to be of great benefit in the overall solving of critical assembly requirements. A substantial savings in time and labor, along with a major reduction of the potential material damage factor to costly tooling and parts, are the direct results that have been obtained from using this. The scale dial immediately indicates the weight of the jig or fixture being handled as soon as it is suspended. It is then moved into position slightly above its final location by the overhead crane. It is then operated to lower the fixture or jog to position. Should the fixture tend to hang up or become bound in some manner before reaching its final position, a weight loss shows on the scale dial. Lowering can be halted for a moment before the parts are bound so tightly as to induce material damage. Absolute alignment of close tolerance locating pins becomes easy. Jockeying and juggling and potential signal misinterpretation are eliminated. So again, this was called A Machinist Testifies. So we have jigs and what else? Jigs and fixtures. Jockeying, juggling, misinterpretation, some words to practice. We will finish that one up later. Let's get back to our jury charge. Ready? Any of these symptoms should send you to your doctor. Don't let pus in a sore or lump of this kind make you think that you must have some sort of ordinary infection. The cancer may be there all the same. The only sure way to find out is to see your physician about it. A malignant tumor of the nose is also usually easy to detect. Such a cancer often begins in the skin outside the nose or in the cartilage that divides the nostrils. The warning signs are like those of lip cancer: sores that don't heal, lumps that are not cleared up by ordinary treatment, or infections that in themselves are secondary, reveal the possible presence of cancer. A malignant tumor may also develop in the glands of the nose's inner lining or in the branch-like endings of the olfactory nerve that governs the sense of smell. A cancer also can begin in the bony structure or bridge of the nose or in the sinuses that connect with the nose from the cheekbone and elsewhere in the skull. All right, back to our machinist. Ready? To remove this same fixture or jig for the next production operation, the crane is moved into position and connected to the fixture. The crane is then operated with the down valve wide open to extend the plunger rod a slight amount. The crane is then stopped and the down valve is closed. The pump is then operated to load the crane with just the weight of the fixture, allowing for easy removal of the locating pins, which could otherwise be tightly or partially bound by too much or too little strain. Now a few additional strokes of the up pump show no increase in weight or strain, which means that all pins are removed and the fixture is free. Should these few strokes show an increase in loading, we can look for the locating pin or lock still in place. As a result of using this equipment, the element of working in the dark has been removed. The material damage factor of warping the fixture or damaging a costly part has been drastically reduced. Let's get back to our jury charge regarding cancer. And I will mention again, I'm not sure when this was written. I think it might have been many years ago, so I'm not sure really how up to date some of the information might be, but it's still good practice. All right, ready? Here we go. In any of these locations, a malignant tumor may make itself known by a steady discharge, foul smelling and bloody from the nose. Cancer of the sinuses may give rise to pain in the jaw or cheek. It also may cause toothache or persistent headaches. Any of these signs should be checked by your doctor right away. Cancer in the mouth, like lip cancer, shows a preference for men. Persons who use smoking and chewing tobacco without restraint or improper dental hygiene may develop malignant tumors in this location. Jagged teeth, poorly fitting false teeth, or teeth that do not meet properly when the mouth is closed, can cause undesirable friction against the inside of the cheeks that might result in cancer. Although there is little evidence to support the statement, the habit of drinking excessively hot liquids has been cited as a possible predisposing factor. Failure to keep the mouth and teeth clean also may create conditions favorable to the development of a malignant tumor in the mouth. Nevertheless, it must be admitted that mouth cancer in most cases cannot be explained by chronic irritation alone. Cancer of the gum or inner cheeks starts out in much the same way as cancer of the lip and with similar symptoms. Running or wart-like sores and white spots anywhere in the mouth are danger signals. Soft, puffy gums that bleed easily and often for no apparent reason may be an early sign of a malignant growth. We will stop there and finish this one up another time. Let's practice this technical paragraph. Let's try some of these words. First, we have sequence, armature, deviation. Ready? Here we go. The ball bearings are aligned in a pattern that follows a sequence. Any deviation from this pattern might lead to the malfunction of the inner wheel. This, in turn, might end up in the freezing of the entire armature. When I took the armature apart, I found the sequence to be disrupted. I also found that warping had occurred because of heat and this separated the matched wheel plates that hold the bearings in place. And that will conclude our literary and jury charge practice.